So look over yonder, there's this path and everything else, but look over here. I found this chair in the dumpster on the way out Sasquatch hunting. It's got little arms that fold up and down, and hopefully I can take it with me. It was right in that dumpster, but I'm going over here anyways. So, you know, I just already made some money, hopefully. At least about a $200 chair. I don't know if you looked them up at Best Buy or whatever. I'm Dan the Sasquatch man. I'm going into a place where there's been construction and a lot of other things, and it's like this preserve has been sitting there for about 10 months in the middle of it all. They decided to build a park, they're going to build around it, whatever, but it's still been sitting there. So I'm going to see if that one that's been watching and whatever for the longest time, because it's also like checkerboards and dominoes where they're like, it's like a tactical game in Florida because there's so many people in the preserves, and my part of my heart has been taken. Like I was thrown in jail yesterday, like it just fills up with blood, and it just like they've been cutting down so much, and I don't know what to do with this population and these problems going on. But there's still some parts that are left, and that's what seems to be easier for me. As you check it out, pristine lakes out here in Florida, you can see where like a focal points we're looking for. Like there's something on a hill over there, but I would be looking for the signs by eye, and then setting up telescope, seeing where those signs are, and then looking in closer. But apparently that might be a good focal point. So I just want to see if they're like something hanging around over here till they built everything from these man-made lakes. Like, you know, there's alligators. I got my walking stick that makes a lot of vibration. There's usually always a gator or two in these things that they make, and as you can see along the sides, it's getting up here, it's getting real willowy. But it's been sitting here for about a year, and they're doing its developments. But the thing is, it's like right in the heart of a passage going towards St. Augustine, between the Barton Creeks, the trails, and what St. John's Woods and St. John's Preserves, and what's left of them. I always say, well, they do a poor job, but they did kind of checkerboard them into this area. So as I get closer, I see an awesome skateboarding spot up here. I could try to see a focal point by eye and then by telescope, and I'm thinking that there's gonna be something around here if I can just peek my head into the right sides of all this stuff. I'm sorry, shaking like this. All this stuff that's over here. But well, it is good at skateboarding if you can ollie this. If you don't, you're in there. Oh, look at that, there's a little fish down in here. That's pretty cool. See little basses swimming with the logs. There's little creeks, some old Durban creeks. That's what kind of stuff I like to find. Preserved it well. Look at that. Look on in there. But the water's nice and clear. So the construction did a decent job. So I'll put my head on that mankind built. The bass, little fishing hole. Come down here. There's cat hills. Some people say they're Bigfoot favorite. I guess known for Carolinas and whatnot. But look at all the cattails in the water. They're all over in the water, and these are all cattails. Right here I see a big disturbance on the other side, so I came down here to look for a crossing, but I can't see that. So right up here we have the bass, the cattails, a disturbance, what sounds like a gator. I saw some knockings, and then it just sounded like a turkey rubbing. To almost ape like but like a turkey rubbing, half bird and half kind of like rubbing on some wood, almost type. And the gator little babies, they can sound like ducks, and then the mamas will be nearby, and I just don't see myself. I think this is a crossing right here for them, where that disturbance is up here, and if I can find one, I will. But these are like cattails, and that's like with the egrets and the birds, that's about 4 somewhat food sources if you're trying to live out here and survive, right there. And these huge sawgrass vines, those roots are probably pretty. Here's some other little berry ones. I can't get over with this barrier they built, so I'll have to try to figure this out. And the hawk, he's telling me something. What's going on, buddy? Hello? What's going on? Fly away. What's going on? Hello? He knows I'm in the territory. He's calling out to Bigfoot, and I'm screwed. As of right now, any further, I want to go. I mean, is that not fair or what? Signs of these little leaves from this beautiful flower eaten up, and the signs are here. Goes down there into the flat. There's a little break, one up here. You can quite see it yet. Here. There's a break right there. See it? It's pretty much bending over. The hawk stopped fussing at me, everything else, but I've done researches before where I crossed over the boundary, and then I decided I could not come back, and while I was stuck in that boundary, I stopped things from happening, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. And I said to myself, I was like, people say you're crazy.
What's going on with this
and
X? I don't know.
Crazy.
Look at that.
The snakes, 30 feet high, and it's an X. Right there, and there's a Y, or a cross bender. Look at that X in this trail. I figured out that I simply cannot go further, and even though I can try to zoom into this patch, this beautiful lake over here, I've decided not to at this point, and to go back further with these trails. Here's one, and there's one on the other side. I can go further and further and further back in there and discover other things. So, weird X sitting on top of the tree, sitting right here. But, you know, amongst other things,